Once there was a penguin and he lived on Iceland. He had 5 friends and his name was Tacky. And his 5 friends were polite to each other, but Tacky wasn't. Tacky was an odd bird. He just slammed them on the back and said, "What's happening?" And he liked his 5 friends liked to march very well, and he just marches, flips over, slams his face on the floor, and then dies. And he also likes to splash, but his other 5 friends like to dive very well. And his 5 friends like pretty songs, but he just likes weird songs like how many toes does a fish have? And then one day they heard a noise that it was 3 hunters coming to hunt for some penguins. And the hunters wanted to get rich, and they said, "We will get rich, rich, rich." And then Tacky's 5 friends ran behind a block of ice, and then he just stands in front of the block of ice, and he said, and then he slammed one of the hunters on their back, and he said, "What's happening?" And then the hunters said, we want to get rich, and we want to catch penguins." And so Tacky said, "Do you mean those penguins that march so well?" And he marches and then flips over, slams his face on the floor, and then he dies. And then he says, "Do you mean those penguins that die very well?" And then he splashes. The hunter seems wet. And then he said, "Do you mean those penguins that sing very well?" And then he sings, "How many toes does a fish have? How many wings does a cow have? I wonder. Yep, I wonder." And then the hunters ran away because it was too loud. And then after all, his friends and him liked playing games, and they were happily ever after.